Hello, have a good day. This is Pagiralan Alvin G from BS Mari 1B. I am here to discuss what I have learned about the topic discipline. Discipline is derived from the Latin word discipulus. In Old English, it was derived from the word disciple, which means to follow for the purpose of learning. The term disciple was first in 1398 according to Oxford English Dictionary. A more specific use of the term in relation to areas of teaching and scientific inquiry occurs in English from mid-17th century and onwards. Discipline bears similar meaning in Sanskrit, instruction, education, and Greek, and in a Greek, training to obey rules. During the 18th century, the history of the term disciplina was closely linked to the history of the term doctrina. They use in the context of teaching and instruction and refer to a systematic entirely of doctrines. Understanding discipline. According to Oxford English Dictionary, there are two meanings. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. Using punishment to correct disobedience and a branch of knowledge, typically and one studied in higher education. Discipline is commonly used in contexts where a distinct chain of authority exists, such as the church or the military. What is discipline? Self-discipline is the ability to push yourself forward, stay motivated, and take action regardless of how you're feeling, physically or emotionally. Why work on your self-discipline? Self-discipline pushes you to do high quality of work even when you don't feel like it. It enables you to keep going through the great success despite what others might see as insurmountable odds. It can also improve learnings and enhance performance. How to develop self-discipline? Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you work in developing it and using it, the stronger it will become. There are 5 steps to start discipline. To start developing self-discipline. 1. Choose a goal. Begin by choosing just one goal that you want to focus on to develop discipline. Make sure that the goal to you set is smart, specific, measurable, and attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Number 2. Find your motivation. Once you've chosen a goal, try to list the reason why you want to achieve it. Number 3, identify obstacle. Identify the obstacle that you'll likely face when working forward your goal and devise a strategy to overcome it. Number 4, replace old habits. When developing self-discipline, we often try to break a bad habit and replace it with something more productive. Number 5, monitor your progress. As you work on your self-discipline, pay attention to how you're feeling as it develops and strengthens. Types of discipline, 3 types of discipline according to school. Number 1, preventative discipline is about establishing expectations, guidelines, and classroom rules. Supportive discipline occurs in the case of a transgression, usually a verbal warning. Number 3, corrective discipline refers to the consequences delivered following an infraction. 3 types of discipline to accomplish your vision. Number 1, active discipline is doing what you need in that very moment. Number 2, reactive discipline is you're controlling your thoughts or behavior when dealing with unforeseen situations. Proactive discipline is doing things in advance in an effort to better control a situation. Stages of discipline. Stage 1, verbal or written warning, the most lenient form of a discipline most employers use is a warning. Stage 2, probation. After warnings have not had an effect, employers often place employees on some form of probation. Stage 3, suspension. It is temporary removal of the employee from his or her job. Stage 4, termination. This is the last resort. Sometimes disciplinary matters become so unworkable that it's best for employee and employer to part ways. Why discipline is important? Discipline builds good habits. Discipline helps stop procrastinating. Discipline helps you manage time better. Discipline helps achieve goals, and discipline boosts self-esteem. Powerful ways to cultivate extreme self-discipline. Know your strengths and weakness. Remove temptations. Set clear goals and have an execution plan. Practice daily diligence. Create new habits and rituals. Change your perception about willpower. Give yourself a backup plan. And that's all about the discipline.